Hello again, guys. Welcome to our next online video lesson with me, Teacher Morgan. It is Unit 6, lesson number 3. We're on to the third lesson of Unit 6 already. Okay, let's get started. Let's go full screen. Let's go full screen and get started. Okay. Oh, it's taking a wee bit of time. Here we go. Okay, we're in. Unit 6, lesson number 3. What is Unit 6 all about? What is it all about? It's all about music and sport. Okay, music and sport. Music and sport. Okay, now first, let's go over your musical instruments. These are musical instruments. There's lots here: guitar, bass guitar, violin, cello, double bass, banjo, harp. What is this? A tambourine or something? I don't know. What is that? Bongo? Is that a bongo? Oh, it's a conga. I've never heard it called that. A conga, a bass drum, a xylophone, a snare drum, a maracas, an accordion, French horn. Okay, these are musical instruments. You use them to make music. Okay, let's go through them one at a time. Yo, why is it so slow? Here we go. Okay, so first we have your piano. 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 Next up, we have the guitar. Guitar. 2 sounds. Next up, we have your violin. Violin. 3 sounds. Violin. Next up, where is it? We have your drums. Drums. Just 1 sound. Drums. Okay, next up, she is playing the flute. Flute. Also 1 sound. Flute. Okay, next up, we have your cello. Cello. 2 sounds. Cello. Okay, and that is all of them. Let's go through them one more time. I'll put myself up here and then play. We have your piano, the guitar. I want to move myself out of the way. There we go. Piano, guitar, violin, flute, cello, and the drums. Okay, piano, guitar, violin, flute, cello, drums. Okay, and I want to move back. I'm moving back in. Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's go over your sport. These are all your sports. Okay, first off, we have soccer, soccer, or you could say football, football. Okay, both are 2 sounds: soccer, football. Okay, next up, this is badminton, badminton, badminton. 3 sounds. Next up, we have basketball, basketball, basketball. 3 sounds. Okay, next up, we have baseball, baseball, baseball. 2 sounds. Okay, and what's a big one? Table tennis. 2 words. Table tennis. Table tennis. 4 sounds. Table tennis. Okay. And last one, we have volleyball. Volleyball. 3 sounds. Volleyball. Okay, let's go through your spelling. We have your music and your sport. First musical instrument is piano. 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 Next up we have your guitar. 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 Next up we have your violin. 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 Next up, we have your drums. 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 Next up, We have your flute. F-L-U-T-E, flute. And the last one, we have your cello. C-E-L-L-O, cello. Okay, now let's move on to the sport. First up, we have soccer. S-O-C-C-E-R, soccer. Now we have a big word, badminton. B-A-D-M-I-N-T-O-N. Badminton. Next up, basketball. B-A-S-K-E-T-B-A-L-L. Basketball. Basketball. Okay, next up, B-A-S-E-B-A-L-L. Baseball. Baseball. Okay, next one, 2 words. Table, tennis. Table, T-A-B-L-E. Table, tennis. T-E-N-N-I-S. Tennis. And last one is volleyball. V-O-L-L-E-Y. B-A-L-L. Volleyball. Volleyball. Okay, now let's go over your questions. They're your words. Let's look at the questions. Unit 6 questions. Okay, so it's do you verb. Remember, do you have, do you want, do you like, do you see, do you remember? The answers are always yes, I do, or no, I don't. And that's the you. Do you. I'm asking you. And because I'm asking you, you say I. You have to say I, because you're talking about yourself. Okay. Next up, we've got does he verb. Does he want? Does he have? Does he remember? Does he like? Does he see? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. And remember, we're talking about a boy because boys are he. This is all about a boy. Okay, next up, if it's a girl, you say does she? Does she have? Does she want? Does she remember? Does she hear? Does she like? Does she love? Does she, I don't know, does she swim? And what are the 2 answers? Yes, she does, or no, she doesn't. And remember, because it's she, we're talking about a girl. Okay, so remember our verb for Unit 6 is play. Okay, that's the verb we're going to be using in Unit 6. Play, len, to play. Okay, so do you play? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he play? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Does she play? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Okay, now let's make some of the questions. Remember, do you play soccer? Do you play badminton? Do you play basketball? Do you play baseball? Do you play table tennis? Do you play volleyball? Okay, so remember, do you play sport? Do you play sport? Okay, that's all it is. Do you play then the sport? That's your question. Now let's move on to the music. Do you play the piano? Do you play the guitar? Do you play the violin? Do you play the drums? Do you play the flute? And do you play the cello? Okay, so now look, a little different. When it's the sport, you don't say the sport. But with music, the musical instruments, you have to remember to say the music. Okay, so it's do you play the music? Do you play the music? Do you play the music? Okay, and the 2 answers, yes, I do. No, I don't. If the question is do you, then the answer is yes, I do, or no, I don't. Okay, Let's look at the next one. So remember, we can just change it. We take out do you, and we put in does he. Does he play soccer? Does he play badminton? Does he play basketball? Does he play volleyball? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Okay, remember, these are your two answers if it's he. And the last one, if it's she, we say does she. Does she play? 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 Does she play soccer? Does she play badminton? Does she play basketball? Does she play the guitar? Does she play the violin? Does she play the flute? What are the two answers? Yes, she does. And no, she doesn't. Okay, I think that's us went through everything so far. I think you should be okay with that. It's now workbook time, so can you go and get your workbook? We're going to do pages 56 and 57. That's them here, 56 and 57. Here is 56, and here is 57. Okay, page 56 and 57. Okay, let's go through it together. Let's look at activity A. Activity A, it says look and circle. Look and circle. Okay, so let's look at the picture for number one. Look here. What is this? What is this musical instrument? Is it a cello, a guitar, or a flute? What is this? Well, that's right, of course, it's a cello. So you just circle the word cello. Okay, easy peasy, right? So number two, what is number two? Is it violin, drums, or piano? Circle the correct answer. Number three, what is this? Is it a guitar, a violin, or a flute? Circle the correct answer. Okay, I think you understand. Now let's go on to activity B. Okay, for activity B, we have a crossword puzzle. This is a crossword puzzle. Okay, so you have your words and they are crossing. They make a cross. Okay, a crossword puzzle. Okay, now let's look at the first one. What is this? What is this musical instrument for number one? That's right, it's a guitar. So let's look at number one. Guitar. First letter G. That's right. What's the second letter? How do we spell guitar? G-U, that's right. G-U, what's the next one? I, that's right. G-U-I. Next letter? T, that's right. Gi-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-a-a-a. A. Guitar. Guitar. R. It's an R. Okay, so there's number one, guitar. Okay, now look, for number six, we have DR. Dr. What is this word? What musical instrument is this? Well, let's look at number six. Number six is here. What are these? What do we call that? Drums. That's right, it's the drums. How do you spell drums? D-R, next letter, U, D-R-U-M-S. Drums. Okay, so we have guitar, we have drums. Okay, can you do these ones by yourself? Okay, can you do 2, 3, 4, and 5 by yourself? Okay, it's just spelling practice. That's all, just spelling. Can you spell the words? Okay, next up, activity C. It says look and connect. Look and connect. But I don't want you to connect. I want you to circle. Okay, I want you to look and circle. Okay, first let's look at the picture. What is this picture? What is he doing? Okay, now the question, do you play the drums? Do you play the drums? So let's look. Do you play the drums? Is it yes or no? Yes or no? Do you play the drums? That's right, it's yes. Yes, what's the next word? Is it yes, I, or yes, you? Well, you changes to I. Remember, you changes to I. So yes, I. Is it yes, I do, or yes, I don't? That's right, it's yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do you play the drums? Yes, I do. Okay, let's look at number 2. Let's do number 2. Okay, look at the picture. Question. Does she play the violin? Does she play the violin? Is it yes or no? Does she play the violin? That's right, it's no. No, is it no she or no he? Well, it's a girl, so we say no she. No she what? No she does or no she doesn't? Well, we know if it's no, we have to put a not at the end. So it's no, she doesn't. Okay, and can you do number 3 by yourself? Okay, I'm not going to help you with number 3. Okay, last part, number activity D. Okay, it says look, write, and check. Look, write, and check. Look, write, and check. Okay, so first one, let's do number 1. Let's look. Look at the picture. Okay, what is this? And here's the question. Do you play the piano? Do you play the piano? Okay, what is the answer? Is it yes, I do, or no, I don't? Do you play the piano? Is it yes, I do, or no, I don't? That's right, it's yes, I do, because piano, piano, yes, I do. So you tick, yes, I do. You check, yes, I do. Okay, let's do number 2. Let's do number 2. Does he the guitar? What's this missing word? What word goes here? It is the verb. What is the verb from Unit 6? Is it does he eat the guitar? Eat the guitar? Does he drink the guitar? Does he punch the guitar? Does he cut the guitar? Does he throw the guitar? Does he smell the guitar? Does he? What's the verb? What do you do with a guitar? That's right, you play. Does he play the guitar? Does he play the guitar? Well, let's look. Does he play the guitar? Yes or no? Does he play the guitar? That's right. Yes, he does. So we check. Yes, he does. Okay, now can you do question number 3 by yourself? Okay, fill in the missing words and tick the box with the right answer. And when you are finished, can you take a photograph of your completed work and upload it on the Patai e-learning platform so I can see it? And that is us finished for today, guys. Lesson summary again. We went over your questions. Do you, does he, and does she? And then here are your examples. Do you play soccer? Does he play badminton? And does she play the piano? Okay, remember if it's a musical instrument, we have to say the. Okay, that is us all finished for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you for the next video very soon.